Let's jump right into it. The Revolution recap. Sting's last match. We had all these things happening. That was the only match, by the way, that me and you predicted incorrectly. Was we thought Sting would go out on his back, and we heard news after the fact that Sting wanted to lose that match, but was convinced by Tony Khan and Darby and the Young Bucks that he should go out on top and have that feel-good moment in a career where, if you look back on how he exited some other promotions, never really ended with a feel-good moment. So he went out on top. His sons are out there doing stinger splashes in all the looks from his past career. It was truly wonderful. How did that make you feel, my friend? You hate the Young Bucks, but you had to enjoy that match.
I did, and just to piggyback off your point about that opening video package, I got teared up, man. And I'm not a huge, I didn't grow up loving Sting. That just wasn't my life, but I respect the man. And that video package was so well done. His entrance with the Suns coming out first, them hitting stinger splashes all throughout the match. It was perfect. It was perfect on Sting's part. It was absolutely perfect. The Young Bucks did it well too. And we said that we wanted the Young Bucks to win. I said that I wanted the Young Bucks to win because I didn't want a tournament. Well, we're getting a tournament, but it is what it is. But Sting went out on. I think it was perfectly done. They convinced me that Sting should have won that match the way it was done. And the way the ovation he got, I wish the cameras didn't cut off at the end in the middle of the speech. But
that's a little weird.
Other than that, it was expertly done, a perfect send-off for Sting. And just when you look at his time in the promotion during his short stint in WWE right before then, AEW handled it so much better. He felt special. He felt important every time he was on the screen. And I'm actually going to miss him. He was one of my favorite parts of Dynamite. So sad to see him go, but it was time, and he went out on the right note.
I agree with you there, and I do believe this match, the spots in this match that they built to are really perfect. I truly enjoyed the Young Bucks doing the, I love you, I'm sorry, and then them saying, I don't love you, you deserve this, whatever. They're doing the super kick, and then Sting hulks up afterwards. Ric Flair taking a super kick over the body of Sting. I thought was perfect. I was worried about Ric Flair being in this match somehow, and I thought he was used perfectly as well. I really loved every single bit of it. The big talking point, other than saying goodbye to Sting, however, was the Darby spot from the top of the ladder inside of the ring, doing a senton bomb into an actual pane of glass over some chairs and bleeding profusely after the fact. I guess he got 12 stitches in his shoulder. I don't know how it was just 12. And there were plans. They've talked about this, how they had doctors on the scene. They went over this spot before the show. There was a plan if Darby couldn't continue, all that stuff. Do you feel this was necessary for him to do this spot in this match?
Well, I mean, of course it wasn't necessary, but it was epic. I will give him that, and I'm not going to complain. They went through the protocols. Apparently some people got injured, some fans. I don't know if that was true with the glass.
There was glass shooting into the stands.
I love that response by AEW. It's like, we put a little warning on the screen before the show. Don't worry, nothing you can do about it. Deal with it.
Splash zone of glass.
I went to a wrestling show. I wasn't counting on getting a shard of glass in my forearm, but all right, thanks. Darby Allin, look, we'll just touch on this now. We cut a promo on Dynamite too, right? He's going to climb Mount Everest at the end of this month. That cannot be lost at anyone. He did that death-defying stunt before his trip to Mount Everest, right before. Hey, let me do something ridiculous right before I get ready to. I don't understand his thought process, but he loves this business, will do anything for it, and some people get offended by people taking huge risks. I admire it, honestly, because I wouldn't even make it up the ladder. I would climb down. I have no idea how he did that, how he has the balls to do that.
Let me ask you this. Would you, as a wrestling fan, want to see a spot like this again? Like Mankind coming off the top of the cell. We're never going to see that again. This particular spot, would you want to see this much of a death-defying act again? With this real-life potential danger?
No, because Darby's the type of guy that will keep trying to one-up himself. And someone has to say, this is enough. That was enough. Go climb Mount Everest and just live in the woods for a little while, and we'll see you in a few months. But
I'll say, as the AEW fan on this podcast, it was a miraculous spot, and it will live in our memories forever. And as it was happening, I was thinking to myself, I don't want to see this. And I don't care if that makes me a wuss. I don't care if that makes me a wimp. I don't want to see this much real life chance of danger. There's no reason that needed to be a real pane of glass. It could have been sugar glass, and we would have still been wowed by it. I just don't I was truly scared for the man, and I don't think that it's tough because there's a level of, I guess, kayfabe that we watch as fans. We know that this is a planned event. We know that there is a winner and a loser that is decided before they even walk out. We get that, but we are still putting that aside and letting ourselves be lost in the moment here. And when this happens, talk about it's still real to me, damn it. That was that was genuinely scary, and I don't think I'd want to see something like that ever again. But Sting went off fantastically. Kudos, man. Tip of the hat. Like I was truly amazed by the whole thing, and they did a great job with the send-off